Hi friends, I am Jitendra Bafna. Today we will going to see various things related to Cloud Hub with Mulesoft. So what we will going to see? First thing like how we will going to design the API and we will publish that API to the portal. Then we will going to like consume the API using Anypoint Studio. We will deploy the application to the Cloud Hub. We will going to create a API gateway, API proxy application, and we will going to do the API management. Okay, and we will going to set up various like SLA tires, various policies. Okay, so let me start. So first thing, what I will do, I will go to runtime manager. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to go to API manager. I have to go to API manager. I'm very sorry for that. I'll go to API manager. Now what I will do, I will click on this add new API. I will give the API name flight API. Okay, I will give a version 1.0. You can give API endpoint if required. You can give a description, but they both are optional. I'll click on the add. So once you click on the add, you can see the various things: API definition, API portal, and API status. We will going to see each and everything one by one. First, we will say define API in API manager. Okay, so you can write your YAML here. So for time being, I will not going to write a YAML. I have already a YAML available with me. So I will just paste it. Okay, you can see, we have various methods, various, options available. So in the right hand side, you can see the documentation, whatever you YAML you require. You can see the documentation for flights. It have a post and get method for flight slash ID at a delete put and get method. So we will test one of the method. I will click on get. I will say try. Okay, it was saying try it is disabled because base URL is not present. So you have to enable the mocking service. So once I enable the mocking service, I'm able to do the testing from here. I will say try it. Okay, I will just put SFO. I will say get. See, you get a response. It was saying 200. Okay, okay. So right click on this API.ramal. You can save it. Once you can save it, you can go back to API manager. Let's wait. It is refreshing a page. Okay. Now you can see your flight API. So click on the 1.0, create a new portal. So it will going to create a publish a portal for your API. Create a portal for your API. Okay, see, you can see here. So first thing what you have to do, you have to make the home and API reference visible. So select this and click on this set to visible. Okay. If you want to add any text or any text to be edited, so for example, home. So I have to make it overview. Okay. So if you want to add some text, so you can say flights details. I can say get all flights. I can say, let me correct the spelling. That's fine, no matter spelling. Delete flights, add flights. Like this, you can give a description, whatever description you want to. Yes, see, you can see the image. If you want to add any image, any documentation, you can do it from here. So if okay, so my portal is private right now. If you want to, make it public, click here. It will make your portal public. Click on the save. Okay, so you can see overview API reference. Under API reference, you will see all the APIs, all the methods available with you. I click on this live portal. Okay, so in live portal, you can see everything. Here, you cannot see one thing request access for API. So wait, I will going to show how you can achieve that. So click on API reference. Okay, so you can see everything like whatever methods available. So I'll close this portal. Now next thing, I will be going to consume your API using Anypoint Studio. Right click, new project, new mule project. I will say project name equal to flights API application. Mule runtime, I will keep it 3.8 because it's in my Anypoint Studio only mule runtime. There can be a multiple, so you can select depending on your requirement. Under manual setting, I am not going to set anything. I will okay. I have to consume the API, so I will say add API component. I will click on this ellipsis button. Now click on Anypoint platform. So once you click on Anypoint platform, if you are not logging into the Anypoint platform using Anypoint Studio, it may ask you for the username and password for your Anypoint platform. So now you can see list of the API available in your platform with your account. So for me it's one. So I will select that. I will say okay. Let's wait. I will click on finish. Okay, you can see it created various flow. So the last one is for exception handling. So it has handling the various status code. It has a it has generated one flow for each and every method available in your API, and it has a main flow which is you know doing the routing to the correct API, and we have a API console. Fine. Now what we will do, we will deploy this application to the Cloud Hub. So I right click, Anypoint platform, deploy to Cloud Hub. Okay, under worker size, you can select anything. For me, I will select 0.1. Okay, and I will say deploy application. It will take some time, so till that I will going to show you what we are going to do. Once we deploy the application, we will create the proxy application. So what is the use of proxy application? It is an application that control the access to the web service, restricting the access and uses to the use of API gateway. So basically, like API proxy, if you want to do the API management, so you cannot, do the API management on application you are deploying from Anypoint Studio. You can do the API management on the proxy application. Okay, and fine. And other thing, what is API gateway? So, you know, API proxy and API gateway, they are both communicating with each other. So basically, API gateway is a runtime designed and optimized to the host, and API or to open a connection to the API deployed to the another runtime. Fine. So, other thing, your access, restricting the access and uses. So how this API proxy is doing? It is all through the API gateway. Right, so we will going to see in the demo once our application get deployed. It's still deployed, it got deployed now. Okay, I will close the window. Now what I will do, I will go to runtime manager to check if my application has been deployed or not. Yeah, see, my application has been deployed. Now what I will do, I will create a proxy application update. So I will go to API manager again. Okay, click on this 1.0. Now I will click on, see, you can see API status is unregistered. I will click on this configure endpoint. Okay, so you keep all the setting default. Just click on this configure proxy for cloud up, and I will say save and deploy. Okay, so you can say deploy proxy. See, it's deploying the proxy, deploying proxy, starting application, and deploys. There are three stages. It doesn't take too much time. It will take less than 1 minute. Let's wait till our application till it create a proxy for you. Okay, your application has been, your proxy has been created, close. So now we want to verify proxy has been created or not. I will go to runtime manager again. See, this is your proxy application. So what I will do, I will copy the URL of this. Let me go back. You can see that this is the URL. I'll copy it and I will going to test something. So I want all flights detail. So I will say send. Let's wait till response comes back. See, we got a response back. I will click some more. Okay, this is giving, I will say flights SFO. I'm just checking. See, we got a flight related to SFO only. Okay. Now what is happening? Like we can send as many requests we want to. Fine. But if you want to send, like if you want allow, if you want someone to allow, like you can send 5 requests or one request every 10 seconds. Okay, so we can do that. So what we can do, let me go to API manager again. Okay, I will go to 1.0 again. See, you can see the policies here. Click on these policies. I will say add new policy. So these are some lot of policies. So I will say rate limiting. I will say configure policy. So how many requests? So I will say one request every 10 seconds. Either you can apply this to each and every method and resources, or either you can apply to specific. Then you have to select the method. Okay. So, but for time being, I will say apply to all. I will say apply. Okay. It will take some time to reflect. It may take at least 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Okay. Sometime it do it quickly. It's still policy has not been applied, so it takes some time. Okay, let me go. Let me check now. Has been applied. It's still not. Let's wait. Still not. See, now it has been applied. See, it's saying API call exceeded. API call exceeded. So now again try it. API call. Now after try after 10 seconds again. Still. See, now got a response. Now again try. API call exceeded. Right? So that's how you can, like set the policies. Okay. So you can edit view detail. You can edit the policy. Okay. Like what I will do, I will say two number of requests, two per 10 seconds. But still it may not apply. So let's wait for 30-40 seconds. It takes some time. It was also giving too many requests. 602. Now it allowed to. So when you try the third, it will give a API called exceeded. One. So it allowed two. For third, it is not. That's how you can set the rate limiting. Okay. Even you can have a disabled, you can edit, you can remove. I will remove for time being. We will going to check other. There is something called SLA tire. So let me define some SLA tires. So what I will say, free. Okay. Sorry. Let me say free. You can give a description. I will say auto approval. So for that free, I will say, one request every 10 second. I will say add. I will say silver. approval manual, I will say one request every 5 seconds. I will say add. Okay. So these are the some tires we have set up. Now what we will do, we will go to the portal and okay, let me click here, view live portal. Okay, now you can see request API access. I will say request API access. I can create a new application. I will say flight API access silver. You can give a description. You can application. Yeah, I don't require anything. Okay, so you can say add. Okay, once you click on add, it will ask for tire. So for which tire we require, if you click on the free, it will access, it will approve immediately. I'll click on silver. I will say request access API. Okay, as soon as I will do that, I will receive the email. See, I received the email. A new application flight A has a request for access API. Fine. So what we can do, let me go back to any point platform again. I will go to the API manager again. Let's wait. Okay, it click on 1.0. Now I can go to the application. See here you can see that. See. So now what I can do, I can approve. As soon as I approve, I will again receive the mail. Okay, this has been approved. So you have to click on this link. You will require the client ID and the client secret. If you click on this link, you will get a client ID and the client secret. So this is my, I will say show client secret also. This is my client ID. I can copy. So what you have to do now in the postman, you have to set a param. So I will say click on param. Sorry, param. I will say client ID. I will paste it here. Okay. Now I will require the client secret also. Copy it. I will say send. I will say send. I will say send. See, you have sent client ID and client secret. Okay. Now problem is like even I don't send the client ID and client secret, it will work. I will show you. See, it is working without. Now you want to forcefully want to apply that policy. So what we have to do? So let me do one thing because right now it was not following that policy, right? So for that you have to do one thing. You have to go to the policies. You have to add one policy like rate limiting SLA base. I will say configure policy and say apply. Okay. So what I can do, I will again add client ID and it will take them some time to get reflect. So let me copy client ID and client secret. I will client say let me send. Let's wait or Let me go to the permissions, applications, go to SLA tires. Let me edit it. One request, time period, I will, okay, let me send. See, now the policy has been applied. So what I've told, one request per 5 seconds. Okay. So even if I remove the this client ID and client secret, okay, let me send the request. Unable to retrieve the client ID. Okay, this is the issue. Okay, so send it. So what we have done for that, we have applied the rate limit SLA base, and we have various SLA here. Okay, fine. So let me show one uh, demo on free also. So what I will do, let me do one thing. I will go to Anypoint platform, API manager. 1.0. I will write, I will say open in new tab. Okay, I will say request API access. I will create a new application. I will say API free app. I will say add. Okay, I will select free tire. I will say request access. See, as soon as like click on the free, it will give a client ID and secret ID at the same time. You don't want to wait for approval. Fine, and you will receive the email also. Okay, and you can get a client ID from there. It is just very auto approval. Fine. So this is how you can make use of API definition, API portal, API status. I want to show one more thing. So 1 minute. Let me see. You can see various thing here, various graphs and all those things. So how many requests and everything come between at this period of the time. Even you can go to the analytics dashboard. Click here. You can see like various requests by application. Okay, request by a platform. So I'm sending all the requests by window. It was showing window from which country. Currently, I was doing the testing from India. It will show the request from India. Okay, and we have various custom dashboards. You can have your own dashboard. You can create. See, you can create your own charts and all those things. Okay, so manage charts, manage reports. Right. So this is the main dashboard. So where you can see a lot of things. You can see like request, number of requests, request by application and all those things. Okay, so this is all about like API management. Okay, thanks for watching video.